Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual class of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic and because of that we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean we are going to stop learning. So we are going to do many lessons which are very interesting from your textbook through the virtual class here. So let us do a lesson in English today. So children, let us start with a new lesson today in standard 4th and the subject is English. Now look at this image. You can see a animal standing here in an image. Okay. Now this animal is the king of the jungle, isn't it? It is a lion. Now when we talk about jungle, you find so many different kinds of animals, insects, etc. inside the jungle, isn't it? So today we are going to learn about some animals that you can find around yourself, and we are going to learn about how they grow up, okay, how they are in the form of an egg in the beginning and how they become a full grown animal or insect later. So what is the name of our lesson for today? It is lesson number 18, growing up. So before looking at how these animals grow up, we will also take a look at how we people grow up. That is how human beings grow up. Alright, so it's going to be a very interesting lesson in which we will learn about the different stages in the life of human beings and also two animals. So these are two small poems in one lesson. Okay, so if you have your English textbook, you can open your English textbook and come to lesson number 18. So let us first talk about how people grow up. So can you see the small baby? Okay, see how it is growing, not only in size but also in strength. In the beginning it was crawling and then it started walking slowly, then faster and then faster. Okay, so see how our height grows, how our weight grows, alright, and how the shape and structure of our body also changes. So this is how people grow up. So we are not going to talk too much about how people grow up because in today's lesson we have to talk about how some animals grow up. So let us see which animals we are going to talk about today. So let us see how the frog grows up. Now have you seen frogs, children? In the rainy season you can see that these animals, they make a lot of noise around your house, isn't it? And frogs, they can live on land and they can live inside the water also. So we call them as amphibians. You will learn this in science. Okay, your science teacher will tell you more about amphibians. But in today's lesson or in today's poem, we will see how the frog grows up. So see, in the beginning, the frog looks like this and then it becomes a frog. See, it's a tadpole in the beginning. We are going to look at the meanings also of many words. So this is a tadpole. See how it is growing, small legs, and see, then the tail is gone and it becomes a frog. Again, see the tadpole, it is growing in size, its eyes are becoming bigger, it is developing limbs and its long tail becomes shorter and shorter and it vanishes and it becomes a frog. So one poem is about how the frog grows up and the second one is about how the butterfly grows up. So now if you have trees around your house, especially trees which are flowering, that is there are lots of flowers on the trees, you will see butterflies flying around there, isn't it? Butterflies are very colorful creatures. They have beautiful colorful wings and they are very delicate also. If you try to catch hold of a butterfly, sometimes it dies, so you should not do that. Okay, so in the second poem today, we are also going to look at how the butterfly grows up. So come on, let's see how the butterfly grows up. See here, this is the caterpillar, and then there is the chrysalis, and then finally the butterfly. So once again, see the caterpillar, and then it closes itself up into a box kind of thing, and from the box kind of thing the butterfly comes out. So this is how the butterfly grows up. Okay, so that is what we are going to learn in the two poems that we have today, how the frog grows up and how the butterfly grows up. So come on, see here, there's one more picture in which you can clearly see the caterpillar first. Then the caterpillar develops a kind of a box around itself, which we also call as the cocoon. And then out of the cocoon slowly the butterfly starts coming out. Can you see? So this is how a butterfly grows up. Now let's see our poem. Now the first poem is called Mr. Thomas Frog. Okay, so the name of the frog is Mr. Thomas Frog. So let us see how this Thomas Frog became Mr. Thomas Frog. So first, his name was Tommy Tadpole. See, when we are small also our names are the same, and when we grow up also our names are the same. But in case of the frog, when he is grown up, his name is Mr. Thomas Frog, and when he was little, that is when he was small, when he was a baby, his name was Tommy Tadpole. So come on, let us look at the story of Mr. Tommy Tadpole, who became Mr. Thomas Frog. So the first line, Mr. Thomas Frog. Little Tommy Tadpole began to weep and wail. So there was this Tommy Tadpole who began to weep and wail. Can you see? He's weeping, he's wailing, okay, he's crying. Why is he crying? What has happened to him? For little Tommy Tadpole, see, he's weeping, he's wailing like this, okay. For little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail. So see here, he's touching his back and he cannot find his tail there anymore. So he's got very worried and he starts weeping. So once again, let me read it for you. Little Tommy Tadpole began to weep and wail. For little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail. Okay, he lost his tail. His tail is nowhere to be seen. Alright, and we know how he lost his tail, isn't it? We know the secret of his tail because we saw the picture here. But Tommy Tadpole doesn't know that. So he is little worried and he is wailing. Now can you see Tommy Tadpole's mother looking at him? See here, look at the arrow here. See, Tommy Tadpole's mother is looking at him and she is wondering, what is wrong with him? Why is he crying? Okay, then let's see what happens. So you can see little Tommy Tadpole's mother. So now she loves him a lot, okay, and she knows him because he's got this long tail. And his mother didn't know him as he wept upon a log. Now his mother is not able to know who this person is. The person who's sitting on the log and crying, weeping, wailing. See how his mother is looking at him. See the arrow on the screen. See how the mother is looking at him. She's saying, "Arey, who's this crying?" Because she is not able to know who he is. Okay, because he doesn't have the tail anymore. For he was Tommy. He wasn't Tommy Tadpole. His mother is not able to recognize him. His mother is not able to know him. For he wasn't Tommy Tadpole. So this Tommy Tadpole is gone now. Can you see Tommy Tadpole with a long tail? But now who has he become? he has become Mr. Thomas Frog. He is not Tommy Tadpole, but Mr. Thomas Frog. See, he has become Mr. Thomas Frog. So his mother is also not able to recognize him. Alright, so this is the story of how a tadpole grows up and becomes a frog. So let me read the poem once again for you. Mr. Thomas Frog. Little Tommy Tadpole began to weep and wail, for little Tommy Tadpole had lost his little tail, and his mother didn't know him as he wept upon a log, for he wasn't Tommy Tadpole but Mr. Thomas Frog. Okay, children? So this is how the tadpole becomes the frog. Now let's go to the next poem and see how the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. Okay? So the name of this poem is The Butterfly. The fuzzy little caterpillar. So what is a caterpillar? See, this is a caterpillar. Okay? One more image of a caterpillar. This one. So the first caterpillar was the picture from your book. So this is how a caterpillar looks. It eats a lot of leaves and then it becomes fat. Okay? So the fuzzy little caterpillar. Now we will look at the meanings later. We will look at the meaning of what fuzzy is. We will look at the meaning of what chrysalis is. But that is later. So the fuzzy little caterpillar curled upon a leaf. Curled upon a leaf means it is eating the leaf. See, it has curled itself upon a leaf and it is busy eating the leaf. And you can see how fat the caterpillar is. Okay, it is eating and eating and eating. So the fuzzy little caterpillar curled upon a leaf, made herself a chrysalis. Now what is a chrysalis, children? See, this is a chrysalis, means one kind of covering to protect itself from other animals, other birds, insects, etc. Because now the caterpillar has to rest, it has to sleep in order to become a butterfly. So when it is sleeping, it has to see to it that no one comes and eats it up. So what does it do? It makes herself a chrysalis. So come on, repeat the word after me. It is C-H-R-Y-S-A-L-I-S. Chrysalis. So made herself a chrysalis and then fell asleep. So here, see, the caterpillar is nicely sleeping. It has made itself as a nice, safe chrysalis and now it is sleeping soundly inside the chrysalis. While she was sleeping, so what happens when you're sleeping, children? Sometimes you tend to get dreams, isn't it? You dream that something is happening and you can see something and you're going somewhere. Okay, your mummy is bringing presents for you, you're having fun. So you get such dreams. So what dream is this caterpillar getting? While she was sleeping, so you can see here, the caterpillar is fast asleep. While she was sleeping, she dreamed that she could fly. So what dream is this caterpillar getting? That the caterpillar is flying. It has developed wings. So do you think this is a false dream that the caterpillar has got? No, this is a true dream, because after some days the caterpillar is going to become a butterfly and then the caterpillar will really be able to fly. She dreamed that she could fly, and later when she woke up, what happened? She was a butterfly. Can you see? So she became a beautiful butterfly. So once again, let me read the poem. You can follow the lines when I'm reading, and you can read from your textbook. So the butterfly, the fuzzy little caterpillar, curled upon a leaf, made herself a chrysalis, and then fell asleep. While she was sleeping, she dreamed that she could fly. And later, when she woke up, she was a butterfly. So, isn't that wonderful? See how a dirty, ugly looking worm. See, do you think you will be able to touch a caterpillar, or will you be able to hold a caterpillar in your arm? Because it looks, I don't like the look of a caterpillar. Okay, I think it looks really ugly. I don't know, some of you might like it also. But for me, the caterpillar looks ugly. But what about the butterfly? Everyone loves to look at the butterfly, isn't it? It is so beautiful. There is no one who will say that the butterfly is ugly. So can you see how the ugly caterpillar became a beautiful butterfly? So this was the second poem about growing up. In the first poem, we saw how the tadpole grows up and becomes a frog. And in the second one, we saw how the caterpillar grows up and becomes a butterfly. Okay? So these were the two poems. Let us look at some meanings now from the poem. So the first one is fuzzy. So what is fuzzy, children? Fuzzy means it is covered with soft, fine hair. Fine means tiny and thin hair that sticks up. Sticks up means it stands up on the body like this. Not like the hair on our head. Okay, the hair on our head, it sticks to the scalp, isn't it? It falls like this. It doesn't stand up. But fuzzy hair stands up, or it sticks up. Now, who has got fuzzy hair in this poem? It is the caterpillar which has got fuzzy hair. Can you see? The fuzzy hair of the caterpillar which sticks up. Okay, let us see one more meaning from the poem now, and that is chrysalis. We said this word so many times that you should be able to pronounce it correctly. Okay, chrysalis is the word. So what is the meaning of chrysalis? It is the name of the hard case in which the caterpillar lies till it is transformed into a butterfly. So it is like the protection for the butterfly. See, people who wear specs or chashma, it is made up of glass and it is very delicate, so they keep it inside the hard cover, isn't it? So that it doesn't break, so that it doesn't get smashed. In the same way, we have the chrysalis, which is the hard case in which the caterpillar lies till it becomes a butterfly. So see, this is the chrysalis. Alright, a beautiful image of a chrysalis. Moving on, let us look at the next few meanings. So we have tadpole. All of you know what a tadpole is? It is a stage in the life of a frog. And see, this is a tadpole. See, you will see how the tadpole becomes a frog here now. Okay? Yes, now you will see the tadpole swimming and coming here. You will see it swimming and swimming with the tail. Take a look at the tail. This is a tadpole. There it becomes a frog. Alright? Wow. So see, the tadpole became a frog. So the tadpole is a stage in the life of a frog. What is the meaning of wailing and weeping? Some of us wail and weep when our mummy or papa doesn't send us outside to play. They don't buy some things that we want. What do? We wail and we weep. So what is the meaning of wailing and weeping? To cry loudly. Okay, to make lots of noise when we cry is called as wailing and weeping. So now look here. This is how you wail and this is how you weep. Okay, so when you wail, you make a lot of noise, and when you weep, you shed tears. Okay, children, so these were some meanings from your poem. Now let us look at some exercises also. So there is one exercise which tells us to find more information about the life cycle of a frog. So come on, let's see what information we can get about the life cycle of a frog. So see here, this is an adult frog. What is it? A fully grown up frog. And when this fully grown up frog lays eggs, so can you see? These are the eggs of a frog. So this fully grown up adult frog, it lays lots of eggs. And then these eggs, they hatch. Okay? And out comes our Tommy tadpole. So out of the eggs, we have the tadpoles coming out. Tadpoles have got long tails. Then slowly the tadpole starts losing its tail, and then we call it as the froglet. Can you see the froglet? It doesn't have a long tail, but it still has a tail, and it has got arms and legs also. After some time you will see that this tail of the froglet disappears, and then the froglet becomes a frog. And then the cycle continues, children. Then this frog again lays eggs. Again there is a tadpole. Again there is a froglet, and the froglet becomes a frog again. And the cycle goes on and on and on. Okay? So this is how about the life cycle of a frog. Now let us see how a butterfly grows up. So let us find more information about the life cycle of a butterfly. So you have, see, the caterpillar, the butterfly, flying away caterpillar, then the chrysalis, then the butterfly. Okay, so in quickly you can see this, the life cycle of a butterfly. Let us look at it slowly with the names. So the life cycle of a butterfly is as follows. So you have the egg stage first. The stage was there for the frog also. Remember, the frog also was in the form of an egg first. Then it becomes a caterpillar. In the frog's case, the eggs went on to become tadpole, isn't it? But in the butterfly's case, the eggs become the caterpillar. The caterpillar then becomes the chrysalis. Remember, in the frog's case, the tadpole became the froglet. Okay? Here the caterpillar becomes the chrysalis. Then the chrysalis changes into the butterfly. And then the butterfly again lays eggs. Again the caterpillar is formed. Again the chrysalis is formed. And here also the life cycle or the cycle of the butterfly continues. Alright, children. So this is one exercise from your textbook. Let us look at the last exercise also in your textbook. So from the poem Mr. Thomas Frog, you're supposed to mention one fact. Now what is the meaning of fact? Fact means something which is true, something which is not imaginary. Okay, so what is one fact in the poem Mr. Thomas Frog? The fact is the tadpole loses its tail. This is one fact, isn't it? It really happens. It is not imaginary. It is not a story that we made up. The tadpole loses its tail. Let's see. So see, this is a tadpole, or we can say this is a froglet, and see how the froglet has lost its tail to become a frog. So losing the tail is a fact in the poem Mr. Thomas Frog. What about one imaginary thing? I told you, what is the opposite of fact? It is imagination. So what is one imaginary thing here? That the imaginary thing is the frog weeping and wailing. So have you ever seen the frog crying? See, animals also feel pain, isn't it? You must have heard the dog sometimes wailing out of pain. Okay, when you hit a cat, that creature also makes a sound because it gets hurt. But the frog weeping and wailing
is something which is imaginary in the poem. We have never seen a frog weeping and wailing. It also must be feeling pain, it also must be expressing its pain, but it does not weep, it does not wail. So that is one imaginary thing in the poem Mr. Thomas Frog. Okay, so let us see. Look at the frog here. See, it has got a handkerchief also here, and it is weeping, it is wailing. All right, children. So that was our very, very beautiful two small poems about growing up. One was about how the frog grows up, and the name of the poem was Mr. Thomas Frog, where we saw that the frog is first a tadpole and then it slowly grows up, it loses its tail and it becomes a frog. The frog again lays eggs, okay, and again these tadpoles come out of the egg and again they become frogs. We also looked at the life cycle of a butterfly, where we saw that the butterfly is a caterpillar first, isn't it? And after being a caterpillar, what does it do? It goes to sleep. And when it goes to sleep, it develops a kind of covering around itself, a hard case around itself, which we called as the chrysalis. And then we saw how the beautiful butterfly with wings comes out of the chrysalis and starts flying around. We also saw some meanings in this particular poem, okay, and a few exercises also from the poem.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learned a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.